realize that allowing my father to dress up like a joker at the party and make a fool of himself was extremely cruel of you. If you really wanted me to leave this household, then you could have simply said so, instead of subjecting my father to this type of humiliation.
The specific costume that Gudan's father received was orchestrated and given by me.
That can't be Durga. I'm sure that Gudan must have taken the wrong costume with her.
No, Grandma. This is probably the first time that Gudan actually didn't do anything wrong. I actually orchestrated everything.
How dare you behave like this towards a family member?
You can scold me, or punish me if need be. This is what I deserve. Today I have learned what it feels like to fall from grace and to be ashamed of yourself. Grandma, since when did I stoop so low? Please tell me, because I'm surprised by and ashamed of my behavior. I used to lecture others on the importance of pride, respect, reputation, and one's duties. But somewhere along the way, I lost my dignity and self-respect without even realizing it. But these events have made me very aware of the following. I was driven to this despicable type of behavior and decisions because of these two people in front of me. The two of you are the root cause of my shameful behavior and actions.
But Durga, you just accepted full responsibility for your past actions. So then you can't try to blame Akshat and Gudan for your behavior.
I can, Grandma. I'm blaming them. Because this is the truth. It's the two of them who compelled me to do this. I can't accept the fact that this lowlife is your rightful wife. She is not worthy of being your wife or the matriarch of this family, but I'm the only one who sees this. You're all turning a blind eye to the facts. You're all refusing to admit that since she's joined the family, our household became a complete circus. Yes, as a family, we have made some mistakes in the past. I accept that it's my turn to apologize for those mistakes that I've made. And what about her mistakes? Gudan repeatedly causes trouble for everyone, but you never seem to confront or reprimand her, Akshat. You never scold her. You might choose to ignore all her faults and mistakes, but I refuse to. I simply don't accept this circus joker. Listen, Akshat. I have made so many changes due to you. One minute, Akshat. I will open the door because I have called someone.
Good morning, madam. Here you go. This is what you have requested.
Thank you. Now I won't hide anything from you. Rather, I, Durga Jindal, will confront you directly as I've always done in the past. I refuse to beat around the bush with regards to the family. This bag I'm holding contains the only solution to the current dilemma that we're facing. This bag contains the one thing that Gudan wants most in life. The only reason she agreed to become our mother-in-law and Gudan Jindal. This bag will reveal the reasoning behind her presence here. This bag contains all of the answers to the incomprehensible questions with regards to her decision to marry one of the most influential men in Indore, our own Akshat Jindal.
Durga, what are you going on about?
If you grant me the opportunity, then I will show you Akshat. But try to recall, try to remember how Gudan managed to come by this position as our matriarch. How did she manage to become our mother-in-law? It is simply because we didn't give her the money that she had demanded from the very beginning. Now that we know that, I will be sure to rectify our past mistakes. Someone should have done this ages ago.
If you really plan on getting rid of me, then it will definitely cost you more than you can ever imagine. I will be sure to demand alimony.
I am sick and tired of you tormenting this family and household. I've had enough, more than enough. So I've decided to go ahead and fulfill your conditions, Gudan. You wanted this money, right? So do me a favor. Take it and make sure that we never see you again.
Durga, listen. Have you lost your mind? Firstly, you are disrespecting Gudan's father. Secondly, you have no right to force money on your own mother-in-law. And then you go ahead and demand that she leaves her household.
Mother-in-law? Whose mother-in-law? Am I the one that is behaving badly? Fine then. Ask her yourself. Ask her if she's decided to stay here in the interest of money. Why not go ahead and ask her right here, right now? Why did she decide to marry Akshat Jindal? Ask her why she agreed to become our mother-in-law. Why on earth did she agree to marry Akshat at her age? Ask her, Grandma.
Enough, Durga. What are you trying to say? Why do you have to create drama every single day?
I'm not causing a scene unnecessarily. I'm simply trying to get rid of an obvious problem. If you want the truth, then you can ask him yourself. Tell them, Akshat. Is Gudan truly capable of being a matriarch and mother-in-law to this family and household? Or does she just happen to carry your surname, but nothing else? Please be my guest and try to contest the following statement. The two of you have nothing in common apart from the Jindal surname that you carry, am I right? Can you stand there and honestly tell me that you've accepted Gudan as your wife? No, right? Everyone knows that this marriage is simply an attempt to reach a compromise. You didn't marry her willingly. And to make matters worse, your own wife demanded payment in order for her to leave this house. Admit it. You are quiet, Akshat. Is that perhaps because you know that I'm right? Grandma, tell me something. If Akshat doesn't accept Gudan as his wife, then how can you expect me to accept her as my mother-in-law?
No, Durga. Stop it. Believe me, you have said more than enough about Gudan. Lakshmi,
Yes, Grandma?
listen. Pick up this bag and take it away. Hear me? There will be no more discussions on this topic. No more. That is enough.
I'm sorry, Grandma, but I have to put an end to this deplorable situation. Akshat had a good chance to respond. Now let's hear from Gudan herself. Gudan, please tell us. Do you honestly accept and regard Akshat as your husband? Tell us. If I am wrong, then I invite you to challenge me right here now in front of everyone. Now's your chance to tell everyone the truth, Gudan. Why don't you alleviate everyone's suffering by simply admitting to and accepting the truth? I demand you to show your true colors. Why did you agree to marry him? Tell us! Because you believed that your sister was taken away without her permission by Akshat. You thought that there was only one solution to your problem. The only way that you can save your sister is by marrying him. Am I right, Gudan? Please tell everyone that you consider this marriage to be one of the biggest mistakes of your very young adult life. That you never accepted Akshat as your true husband. So if Akshat has never accepted you as his rightful wife and you haven't accepted him as your true husband, well, then the truth is that this entire relationship is meaningless and you're not our mother-in-law. What happened? Why are you staring at me so quietly? Your silence proves to me that you agree with and support everything that was said here today. So now you have finally received the alimony that you boldly demanded. So pick up this bag and please free our household from a forced and dishonest marriage. And please free our household from a forced and dishonest marriage.
मेरे हाथों में ना तेरी लकीरें हैं बहुत अलग सी अपनी तकदीरें मेरा ज़मीं पे चलना तेरा हवा सा उड़ना हाँ नामुमकिन है तेरा मेरा मिलना कि धूप से कभी अंधेरा जुड़ नहीं सकता ये इश्क मुकम्मल अपना अब हो नहीं सकता
Here she is. One second, Ravati.
Oh, and by the way,
Please go ahead and serve tea to Prashant.
Parv over here is our son-in-law's relative. Namaste.
Have some tea, please.
Tell me, who are they?
Please tell us, Parv, what you are doing here at this hour. But I'm glad that you came to pay us a visit. They are here to meet the family and Ravati. And over here, this is Prashant, her suitor. We're in the midst of discussing their marriage. He's currently studying engineering. Well, well, do you care to tell us what you think of this alliance?
Gudan is definitely the one who's to blame for this new alliance, because she forced me to confess my love to Ravati in the presence of the entire family. Mrs. Gupta is now convinced that Ravati has to marry someone else. But what they don't realize is that if I don't manage to make Ravati mine, then I will kill the entire family. And I'll be sure to start with Gudan herself.
But since she's joined the family, our household became a complete circus. So now you have finally received the money you demanded. So do us a favor and pick up this bag and free our household from a forced and dishonest marriage.
Not to worry. I won't create a scene with my tears.
I acknowledge that what happened was unfair towards you. Durga's words were extremely unjust. I understand that. It must have been hurtful.
I had forgotten everything. It's good that Durga reminded me about it.
What do you mean to say?
What do you want me to say? Go ahead and tell me. Everything that Durga mentioned was right. The truth can sometimes feel very bitter, but one should always accept it. I read this years ago in the 8th grade, but today I truly understood. They'll never accept me as their mother-in-law. And you and I do not share marital sentiments. So that means what Durga had said was the truth. Kator! Fine, I will feed you some grains. You must be hungry, right? Hey. Kator, why are you troubling me now? Have some. I know you are hungry, so just eat it.
But surely by now you are aware of the fact that he will only eat if the two of us feed him together.
Kator, what don't you understand? The truth changes relationships. This relationship has changed. So we have to teach Kator different habits. Because when I'm no longer here to help you feed him, then how will he eat?
So you can feed him alone.
I will feed him right now. But what about tomorrow? I have to prepare him for the future. I think it'll be a grave mistake to allow you to remain here because no one understands you except me.
But you... Luckily, you're still ignorant. You see, the world is filled with people who can be cruel. Nobody likes putting up with strange people, so nobody will put up with you either. And if you trouble them a lot, then they'll simply throw you out. So it's for the best if you leave before someone throws you out. Come on.
What are you doing? He's hungry and... now you're throwing him out?
What else can I possibly do? Are you going to feed him yourself? In my absence? No, right? So that's why. That's why it'll be better for you to leave this house and family sooner than later.
Okay. But don't send him away hungry.
एक बूंद में दर्द है लाखों, कहता है आँख का पानी, मरहम से भी न भरेगी अपने जख्मों की निशानी। हाँ शर्तें रखी थी खुशियों ने जिनको था दर्द में बदलना, लफ्जों ने छोड़ रखा था होठों पे ठहरना।
What's going on? I demand that you tell me what is happening here.
What?
How dare you set up Ravati's alliance with someone else? Is this a joke? Have you forgotten that I signed those divorce papers because you demanded me to do so before any further developments? And then you go behind my back and organize an entirely new alliance for Ravati.
Tell me, what else was I supposed to do? I didn't organize this myself. Listen, Bushan knows the family very well, and he actually invited them. You know Bushan is not aware of your relationship with Ravati.
Well, if he doesn't know about it, then I simply have no choice but to announce it. I'll have no choice but to cut the hand that touched Ravati's. Only then will you know that I'm serious. That'll make you forget about this alliance.
Parv, please listen to me. You and I know very well how much you care for and love my daughter Ravati. But acting in such a violent manner definitely won't help you form an alliance with Ravati. And it won't help you with your divorce from Siddhi. Here is why. As long as the Jindal family and Gudan get their way, your alliance will never happen. Gudan will simply never allow you and Ravati to marry one another.
You dare to touch my sister with those hands, right? The next time you even try to come close to her, I'll make sure to burn the other hand.
Listen to me. You can start with the wedding preparations. Give me 1 week. Within merely a week from now, Ravati will become my wife, and she'll belong to me. Let's just wait and see if anyone will stop me from getting what I want. Now go and ask those foolish guests to leave immediately. Go. And do me a favor, tell your husband not to repeat his mindless mistake. Otherwise, I will be sure to become his very worst nightmare. Within 1 week, I'll be sure to marry Ravati and take her to the Jindal house. I'll make sure that Gudan is there to witness it all. I'll be sure to see to that.
Oh, wow. This time I definitely hit the bullseye. Job well done, Kushalya. This is exactly what I hoped to hear and experience today. Today, my husband actually assisted me to get a marriage proposal for our most beloved Ravati. Ravati will finally have a husband and marriage. Then she'll be the one to take charge of the entire Jindal household and family.
There you are, Durga. We were waiting, specifically for you before drinking one. Here you go.
What is wrong? Don't you want to drink it? Have some. Today is a very special occasion. After many efforts, you successfully managed to rid us of our mindless mother-in-law. Now you can take charge of the household and we don't have to obey her.
I was bound to win because I simply relayed the truth. I would have won ages ago if I had focused on Gudan's inefficiency as a wife and not her shortcomings as a mother-in-law. If Gudan can't be an adequate wife to Akshat, then she definitely shouldn't be our mother-in-law.
That's right. What do you say, Saru?
You know what? You're right. And besides, she doesn't deserve to be in charge
Gudan
of...
has every right to be a part of this family. However, the three of you definitely don't deserve her love or compassion. What kind of person celebrates when they manage to kick their mother-in-law out? Please, can you explain your malicious behavior to me? Weren't you the ones who kept begging for the presence of a mother-in-law to take charge of the household and care for Akshat? But now that you have a mother-in-law, you simply threw her out of the house.
Grandma, the issue does not lie with our mother-in-law. Our issue is only with Akshat's wife. And besides, Grandma, we never kicked Gudan out of the house. She simply decided to leave, entirely of her own accord. The condition she kept for remaining in this family was met. Before she can truly become a mother-in-law, she first needs to learn what it takes to be a good wife.
My dearest Durga, please tell me what has gotten into you. You were always the one to act morally and with empathy. You were the one that has always worked hard to keep this family grounded and united. Now, why would you want to go ahead and tear this entire family apart? Please explain.
This decision was simply an attempt to prevent our family from falling apart. Gudan's love and attention has blinded you, but please, you have to look past it, Grandma. After she came into our family, Gudan managed to drive a wedge between every single one of us. Grandma, you have to realize that we simply cannot trust her.
Whether you decide to trust Gudan or not, I will always have implicit faith in her virtuous actions and ability. No matter how many false accusations you decide to make against her. I know for a fact that Gudan is the right candidate for both my son and for this family. And that is a cold, hard fact.
Grandma, unfortunately, nobody can save Gudan anymore. Not even you. This time, I covered all my bases. I made sure that I asked her all the difficult questions, and I knew that she would be at a complete loss for the correct answers. Now she is left with no other option than to return to her parents' house with her tail between her legs.
I walk the bride to her room to ensure that she's comfortable.
But since she joined the family, our household became a complete circus. You wanted this money, right? So take the money, and then remove yourself from our lives.
Gudan, dear. Welcome. Please come in. This is my family, and this is our household. And now, this will become yours.
Grandma, I might be removing myself from this household, but I'm not leaving you. My thoughts will always be with you, no matter what.
So now you have finally received the alimony that you boldly demanded. So pick up this bag and free our household from a dishonest marriage.
If you really plan on getting rid of me, then it will definitely cost you more than you can ever imagine. I'll be sure to demand alimony. Durga, you certainly made a very valid point. And I'm willing to accept everything that you said. But I won't accept your money.
Wait. You wanted the money to fulfill your dream of becoming an actor, am I right? There is no need for you to pretend to be innocent and kind because we all know that this is merely an act of trickery. So this fake act of thoughtfulness will only cost you your money. And this isn't an act of charity, Gudan. We're simply giving you what belongs to you. So take it and leave now.
You can believe whatever you want to believe, but I definitely don't have any interest in your money.
Tell me why not.
I have always had a valid and specific answer to this question of yours, but I won't give it. Because it doesn't matter what I tell you now. You simply won't believe me. Grandma, you have to promise me that you'll take good care of yourself. I don't want to hear of any complaints. And you have to remember to drink your cough syrup, okay?
Because I can't check up on you. You're not allowed to forget. I know you eat samosas secretly. You're not allowed to do that too often. Remember that I have eyes everywhere.
Where's my phone?
अलग सी अपनी तकदीरें, मेरा ज़मीं पे चलना, तेरा हवा सा उड़ना, हाँ नामुमकिन है तेरा मेरा मिलना, कि धूप से कभी अंधेरा जुड़ नहीं सकता, ये इश्क मुकम्मल अपना अब हो नहीं सकता।